Hey, welcome back guys. This is the Pokemon Fan Bam channel where we do things all Pokemon related. I'm going to be showcasing some Go Battle League battles today for Season 8. Season 8 has brought on some changes to the meta. More specifically, poison types got a pretty huge buff, so a lot more trainers are using poison types, especially Nidoqueen. If you look at a lot of the content creators right now that are doing Go Battle Leagues, they are using Nidoqueen pretty frequently. So I built this team to counter poison types since Hypno's Confusion and Politoed's Mudshots will be doing super effective damage against them. I'm also seeing a lot of Galarian Stunfisk and Bastiodon, so Machamp and Politoed will counter those Pokemon. Of note, if you guys are going to use Politoed, you do need to use an Elite Charge TM for the Earthquake. Okay, so let's get into the first battle here. First battler comes in with a Shift Tree, which is very favorable to me. You can see that the counter is doing super effective damage to the Shift Tree. The Shift Tree though, that Leaf Blade would have done a lot of damage, so that's why I went ahead and used my shield. They come in with their Politoed. I've already built up 2 Cross Chops, and even though it's just neutral to the Politoed, I get a shield out of them because the Cross Chop will still do a pretty good amount of damage to it because, you know, the Machamp is a Shadow type and it does 20% more damage. The Politoed is able to get off a Weather Ball. I'm going to go ahead and let that one go. They switch to their G-Fisk, and I'm going to go ahead and let this go and probably come in with my Politoed. The Politoed, again, this is the reason why I have Politoed. The Mudshots and the Weather Ball is going to be doing super effective damage to it, and I think I go ahead and let this one go. Yeah, I do. And Mudshot it down, and they should come in with their Politoed. I need to get out his last shield, which I do with the Earthquake, and this should pretty much be a good games because I still have my Politoed and my other Pokemon, so this is an easy win for me. So good games to my opponent there. Again, I'm loving the Politoed, especially Shadow. I actually made this Shadow Politoed recently. I've got a regular Politoed, but the Shadow Politoed is just doing a lot of damage. Alright, battle number 2. Not a very good match for me because the Altaria is going to have Sky Attack, which will do super effective damage to my Machamp. So I switch out just perfectly, and I'm able to catch the Sky Attack with my Hypno. So I almost wish I had Ice Punch with the Hypno, but that's okay. They come in with their Azumarill, and I should be able to take the Azumarill out pretty quickly because the Thunder Punch is doing super effective damage to that Azumarill. I'm really not seeing too many Azumarills now, especially since there's going to be more poison types. Poison and Electric will be doing super effective damage to the Azumarill, and I think I'm able to get off another Thunder Punch here. Let's see if they use their shield. They do not, and the Azumarill goes down. The Altaria comes back in, and I need to come back in. I'm sorry, I do need to come back in with me, with my Politoed. I again don't want to come in with my Machamp because the Sky Attack is going to be doing super effective damage to the Machamp. The Weather Ball still doing a pretty good amount of damage to the Altaria, and because Politoed is so spammy, I'm able to get off another Weather Ball there. And this is why I have the Machamp. The Machamp is just wrecking this Registeel. Again, Steel types are weak against fighting types, so because Machamp is Shadow, he was able to take that Registeel down with no problemo. Alright, let's get on with the next battle. They come in with the G-Fisk. Again, you're going to see a lot of G-Fisk, so that's why I built this team around it. They switch to their Azumarill, and I easily switch to my Hypno. Again, Hypno is a great counter for Azumarill because of the Thunder Punch. I let the Ice Beam go, and the opponent decides to concede since I've got 2 Pokemon that easily counter their Pokemon. Alright, so that was easy. Alright, next battle with Tanabe. He comes in with the Whiscash. Pretty neutral matchup, so I'm going to stay in, and they also are going to stay in. And again, because Machamp is Shadow, he's doing 20% more damage. So the counters and cross chops do add up a pretty good amount. They come in with their Beedrill, and I'm going to try to get off a Rock Slide here because the Rock Slide is going to do super effective damage to the Beedrill since Beedrill is also a flying type. I come with my Hypno, and the Hypno is doing super effective damage because the Beedrill is also poison type, so the Confusion is just wrecking that Beedrill. The Drill Runs are doing a lot of damage though, so that's why I go ahead and use a shield. They come in with an Executor, which I'm very glad that I have my Fire Punch. Executor again is part grass type, so the Fire Punch is doing super effective damage to it and easily takes out that Executor. And they still got their Whiscash, and I still should be able to beat this opponent because I've still got the Machamp and also my Politoed. My Politoed comes in, and the Politoed should be able to finish off this Whiscash with no problem. I'm hoping to use this team for the rest of Season 8 in the Great League. I am loving it so far. Alright, so last battle, let's see what we have here. It will be Scrafty coming in. Scrafty's Dark type. It's going to be taking a lot of damage from the counters, as you can see there. I'm surprised that Scrafty hasn't gone out yet. So let's see what they do. They use their first shield, and I'm going to also shield. And looking back, I probably should not have used that shield. That's kind of a waste, because as you can see, the Power Up Punch doesn't do very much damage at all. I mean, he's able to take me out. I come in with my Hypno and just Confusion it down. They come in with a Porygon Z. Very spicy pick. Porygon Z actually has a really good attack called the Tri-Attack there. It has a 50% chance of lowering my attack and defense. But Porygon Z is so squishy. So you pretty much have to use shields to keep it even alive. So that's why a lot of battlers don't use Porygon Z, even though it has a good charge move called that Tri-Attack. It's just way too squishy to use. Their last Pokemon is Beedrill, and my Politoed should be able to take it out very easily. As you can see, the Weather Ball almost took that Beedrill down to half. And he is so spammy that I'm able to get off another Weather Ball and take that Beedrill out with no problems at all. And that was the last battle, guys. As you can see, I did go 5-0 with this set. Super happy, and like I said, I'm going to go ahead and continue using this team in the Great League. Super happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed these battles, and if you did, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new.
Give you my heart.